Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one right here is gonna be that self-cut that I was telling you guys about. You know, as you can see my hair, I'm overdue for a cut, and I was like, you know what, I'd be cutting my own hair, so let's make this a video. Let's teach you guys how to cut your own hair. Let's make it entertaining. So yeah, that's what this video is gonna be about. If you guys haven't cut your own hair before and you're thinking about doing this, you have to understand that you're probably not going to give yourself the best haircut because you're not a barber. You're not used to the motions, and you're not used to this. So you got to understand you're probably not going to give yourself the best haircut, but as long as you guys follow my steps, you guys should be able to do all right. As long as you guys just got to be able to control that clipper. And if anytime you're in the middle of this and you end up butchering yourself and you're just like, I don't know if I can keep going, I'm just gonna make it worse, just stop, call a barber. There's gonna be somewhere in your area, and they'll pick you up, bro. They'll fix it all up. So don't think you're gonna all of a sudden get like the best haircut. It takes time, it takes practice. I wasn't giving myself the best haircuts at first either. And honestly, they still could be better. Like I said, I'm learning all this stuff, so even I can do better. But I wanted to do this for a few reasons. I wanted to see the before and the after, and like I said, I wanted to make a video for you guys. So yeah, this is gonna be this video right here. I'm gonna see you guys over there at the station. Let's get it. All right, first to start off, what we're really gonna do, I kind of didn't plan on the camera situation. So it's going to be in like a weird angle for now because I haven't actually, found out a system to where I can maybe put it for like a more clear angle. So you guys are going to probably be in this weird angle for now until I can figure it out. But yeah, so as of right now, we're just going to hop into the cut, and then I'm going to do a voiceover, and you guys are going to hear that on a little bit. And so yeah, I'll see you guys there. Alright, so right now we are starting the balding step. I'm just setting in that harsh line, which we're gonna set our just the bald line right before we start the fading process. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm just balding it all out and brushing off the hair, making sure that we have clearing all the debris so we know exactly what we need to cut. And you're gonna want to set your bald line depending on where you want it at. If you want a high taper, you're gonna want to set it a little bit higher, but this is a mid to high taper. So, and right here I'm just showing you guys, you want the lever open, and you're gonna set in this first guideline right here. So you guys see kind of where I started. This is a good one for like a mid taper. If you want a high taper as well, you can just make the guidelines that I'm setting here just a little bit higher. And so I'm sorry for like the angle. Yeah, man, I wasn't able to find a better way to really put this angle so you guys can see. And obviously I needed to be able to see what I was cutting. So yeah, but I will show you guys when it comes to just to see how it is. I'll kind of show you guys like the middle steps where you guys can really see what I'm doing. Right now I set in that guideline, and now I'm just closing it a little every time I go down. So I do it a little bit different. Most people will end up doing it where they start off with the lever open, and then they close it completely and then go up to it. But for what I do is I close it every little bit as I go down, and I'll let you guys see that right now. What I was doing here is I ended up just getting my trimmers, if you guys seen in the last video, the trimmers that I used just to bald out completely. So that's what I'm doing now because it wasn't as bald as I would like it to be. So I went ahead and grabbed these just to make it as bald as I possibly can. So this is not me trying to fade yet. This is just me getting it as bald and tight as I can to skin. So it just looks like a cleaner fade. All right, so this is me. This is me after I have already faded it through. It's just about done. You know, I'm just doing a little bit of extra detailing on it just before I move on. But yeah, it's pretty much already faded. And now we're going on to our next step with the one guard. It's going to be a one guard open. And all I'm doing right now is just setting this guideline with the one open, just about a half inch up. Because it's a mid taper, we're not stretching the guidelines too far, so we're keeping it a little bit condensed. Normally I do a little bit high of a taper, but this time I decided to do a little bit different just for the purposes of this video. I figured more people like low mid tapers rather than these high ones, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna show them what they normally would want to get. And so that's what you guys are seeing right now. This is the guideline that I'm setting for it. And yeah, so after you blew the one guard open, you're gonna want to put it closed, and you're gonna just go right underneath from what you did. You're gonna want to make sure you flick out though. You do not once you get to the end, like up to the top of the one open, you don't want to go over exactly what you just did, because then you're just going to erase everything you did, and it's all going to be one closed length, and that's not what you want. You want to make sure that it's the one open is still up there, but you just want to go right under it with that one closed. So yeah, and it should pretty much be blended. You know, you might have to do a little bit of detail with that not the 1.5, the half guard, and then you'll be all right. But I'm just showing you guys the 3 guard, I believe, because I ended up skipping a step where this is me just fading, or more like just connecting the bottom to the top, because I'm leaving a lot of the top. So from that point on, we're just gonna keep it that way. That way, you know, it just a smooth transition to the top, and that way it's not very disconnected. So that's what this is about. And yeah, I'll let you guys watch it right now. And this here is the 2 guard. You're gonna show you guys what to do with this 2 guard right here. You're gonna put the lever open, and you're just gonna go underneath what you just did with that 3 guard. So you're gonna just go a little bit underneath with that 2 open, and you just fade it into to the 3. That way you don't see no harsh lines, and you just get a gradual transition, and there's not any harsh lines up there. So that's what I'm doing now, and I'm closing it slowly as I go down. But with the 2 guard, you don't really need to do much. You just go open, maybe in the halfway, and then close. But you don't even need to do that most times. You can probably do you can probably do open and then closed. But yeah, sorry, I had to go get me a little a comb real quick so I can brush or comb the hair down and stuff like that. But yeah, this is what I'm doing, and I'll let you guys follow along. Yeah, so here is, we're about to just start with this 1.5 guard right here, and as you can see,
my hair is starting to come together a little bit, you know. It's not just harsh lines anymore. There's still some stuff that I need to do. I kind of stopped in the middle, so this might get a little confusing where, you know, I set that first guideline and then I just jumped to the top. But I generally like to fade down, you know. I feel like I'm more in control of my fade. That's just kind of how I started to learn. But on the other side, I actually faded up for you guys just in case any of you guys wanted to see the two different techniques and you guys were not sure which one you liked better. But I accidentally didn't record half of it, so it kind of messed me up. But yeah, so this is it with the 1.5. I'm just doing a little detail. It's the one that you're going to use right under the 2 and above that the 1 open. But the 1.5 close normally takes out that 1 open, so you kind of just have to understand where you're kind of at with it. This 1.5 is a pretty much need. You can use it with that 1 open, and you're gonna just have to flick out a lot. But you guys, since you guys are new, you're probably not gonna understand how to do that. So if you can, try to get that 1.5 guard. It's gonna help you a lot. Yeah, so this is my 0 guard, or the half guard, and this is gonna be to take out the line from the blade open. So what we started off in the beginning, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on it to take out that line. You're gonna want to go 0 close and then slowly go up. But like I said, I go down because it just lets me know, like, okay, I use this guard in this area. I can't use a lower guard any higher than that. So when I go a lower guard, I make sure to stay lower than that guideline. That's kind of the way I do it, just because you know, at the beginning I was scared to accidentally patch myself, so I was like, you know what, I want to go from top to down. That way I knew I didn't need to go any higher with this guard from there. It's pretty much the same thing from going the bottom to high. Like I said, the only difference is gonna be that that you're going upwards. You're still gonna have guidelines. You're gonna know, okay, I don't need to go higher than this. But the only reason I went down, like I said, is because I just felt more comfortable going downwards, because I knew what I was going over and all that. But when you're cutting, you want to make sure to gauge the hair. You know, when you're cutting, you want to be able to see exactly what it is that you're doing. So if you're cutting and you're not really sure what you're cutting, you know, that's going to be a little bit of an issue. You know, you have to see what you're doing while you're cutting it, and that way you know what you're doing, because if not, you're going to end up just one moment you're going to patch. And let me tell you, sometimes you guys are thinking you're going to go over something, and it's just because you guys are kind of scared. You're going to go with the higher guard, and you're not going to be cutting anything. And that's because, you know, your hair is not that length. You need to go lower, but you need to understand what it is that you kind of need to do. And here's me just detailing. As you can see, the taper's already starting to come together. It's looking a little blurry, but I do see a line, and there is that line that I need to take out. And that's what I'm doing now. I kind of see it, but it might be because I need to still do that step. But yeah, I'll let you guys see it right now. Yeah, I like to do this. This is the 3 guard. You can also go with a 4 depending on how long your hair is. But I like to do this where I go over my ear, you know, just to cut that length down, because I don't like it bushy over my ear. So I do that. And obviously you want to flick out so you don't end up creating a line or make a big disconnect from the top of your hair. And so yeah, when you do that, you want to flick out. And this is me. I'm done with that side. We're gonna detail it later, but now it's time to get into this next side. I do believe I stopped recording so I could move the angle, because I kind of realized you guys couldn't see this, and because of that, I wasn't able I accidentally forgot to start recording when I did set it up on the other side. I realized it mid fading, and I was like, oh dang. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just record what I can and show you guys what it is you guys can do. But the steps are pretty much the same. You know, the only difference is I try to go I faded upwards just to show you guys, and you know, you guys can do it either way you guys would like. But that's me just you know, putting in my first guideline with the not the one open, but the lever open with no guard. And yeah, that's that. And you're gonna see the transition right now. This is where I set it up, but this was already me when I already did my first step. So this is the one open, and that's from where I started off. This is when I'm fading upwards, and you guys are gonna check this out now. Just like the last side, the steps are the exact same. Here's the 1.5, and we're just going up about a half an inch. Yeah, this one you're probably gonna want to go half an inch, and you know, we're flicking out. We're making sure that we're not doing setting no lines as we're going up. You know, obviously we're gonna be continuously taking out these lines, but we're gonna try not to set any lines, especially with this one right here. This is the middle step from the 1 open to the 2. So yeah, this is just me doing a lot of that work, and I'm gonna end up detailing it as well. So yeah, I'll let you check this out. This here is me getting into that 2 work, just because I went over it with the 3 earlier, and so I'm just trying to blend it in with the 2, so it just like I said, like on the other side, a smooth transition. And as you guys can see, it's starting to come up together a little bit, man. But there's still a lot we need to do on this side. This side, it definitely it was a little bit more all over the place because certain things just were more important to me at different times, and that's kind of, as you're starting, you're not gonna understand that. So don't do that. You know, you just want to go start your steps from bottom to top or top to bottom. You know, you don't want to be all over the place like I am, like going from a 3 to this half guard or the 0 guard. So you don't want to do that. You want to just stay consistent in what you're doing, just so you can understand better. Because if you guys do exactly what I'm doing, you're gonna end up confusing yourself because you don't know what you're gonna be doing. So yeah, just what you want to do is you're gonna want to start with the lever open, make a guideline, close it every time as you go down, and then you're gonna go with the 1 open, go a half an inch higher, about an inch or a half an inch, and you're gonna go completely closed, but you're going to go right underneath where that one open was. And then you're going to want to go with your 0 guard and keep it open, and, you know, start to flick it out a little bit. You're going to see it start to fade through. And that's going to be where that 1 guard, where you're using that one closed, as you use that half guard open. And you're going to start going down a little bit. But yeah, this is me wetting my hair, because I was going to start to cut the top and a little bit of the back. So you guys will see this right now. But yeah, so after that 0 guard, you're going to want to end up, after you fade it all, you're going to take that line with the lever open, use it with the 0 guard closed. And from there, you're going to want to go and to the 2, and then set another little guideline. But you're going to want to flick out, because you don't want to make a guideline, but you do want to go up with that 2. And after that, underneath that, you're going to want to go with that 1.5. And that's pretty much how you fade. You know, it's very simple. You want to make sure you use your lever, and you want to make sure you flick out. And this is me just cutting stuff off the top. What I do is, you know, I pull away from my hair and give that shape that I want. And it's going to look inverted in that mirror, just because it's you're not used to, you know, looking in a mirror and everything's going to be the opposite direction. But I'm just cutting it down a little bit, you know. I don't mind it having peaks and values. You know, I like texture in my hair, so I don't really mind it. But if you want it to be real straight, you're going to want to wet your hair a lot. And, you know, you're going to have to take your hair in sections. And you could either do it with the comb, and then you're going to take it out. And you could either do it with scissors, or you can do it with your clipper. But I do it with my clipper. You know, I go, it's almost like I'm point cutting, but with the clipper, just to add, you know, even a little bit of extra texture in it. And I'm gonna do this all around the top and the bottom. You know, in the front, I was doing it a little bit just because I wanted to make it more thin in the beginning, like see-through almost, because I don't like it very, very dark in the front. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'll let you guys watch the rest.
Monkey.
Right here on these corners, you know, I'm just grabbing my hair like near the parietal ridge area, and I'm holding it in vertical sections with, you know, my fingers. You know, I'm able to use my fingers as a little guide, and in between them, I cut it down in vertical sections, and I just have them connect. And you can kind of see it how I'm doing it in the back. That's exactly what I was doing to the side, just to, you know, have the sides connect to the top, and it gives you a good shape. Normally you want to do that with a comb, but, you know, it's a little difficult on your own hair to, you know, hold a comb and actually see it. And because of that, you know, I'm using my fingers, and like all you want to do is be able to pull away from your head. You know, you want to give that shape to yourself. So if you're like, you want to be farther away from your head, and you're gonna have more of a like that boxy shape that goes straight up, rather than if you are all the way toward your head, it's gonna look like it's rounded, you know. So you want to make sure that, you know, you're pulling away. And right now I'm just doing a little bit of extra stuff. I think I'm going over with a 3, maybe even the 2, because I think I seen an area that was a little too dark, and I didn't like that, so that's why I'm going over it right now. And yeah. by the way, guys, this is probably gonna take around an hour and a half to do. Especially if you guys are new, it might even take longer. So you're gonna want to expect
Monkey.
to take a while on your haircut. So yeah, don't expect it to be like a 30-minute, maybe 45. It's gonna take you a while. You know, cutting your hair is not easy, especially when you're not used to it. So you make sure you know you have the time for this and you're not rushing or nothing, and watch through the video over and over and over just to, you know, see what exactly is that you want to be doing throughout it all. You know, I wish I had a better angle so I could really show you guys better on what it is that you guys want to be doing, but unfortunately, you know, I had no other way to set this camera up, so I had to kind of just do it like that and show you guys from that perspective. It kind of sucks, but you know what, I have to do what I gotta do. You know, I didn't have a good angle for it or a good setup, and you know, that's something I'm gonna have to invest in, you know, for this to give you guys better content and set myself apart. But I'm just starting, so I kind of have some stuff to figure out, you know, that I need to get and all that other stuff, and I'm realizing it the more I'm doing it because I can see it. So yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys just follow along. I don't know why I was doing this in an angle where you guys can't even see. I should have flipped the camera, but yeah, I'll let you guys watch it anyway. Here, we're just setting. I went to go get my little clips, and I'm putting my hair back so I can start on this hairline. And this is going to be one of like the most important things to a haircut. You know, the hairline can really either make or break the haircut. So you really want to make sure that you start in the middle. You're going to want to start in the middle and then go from there to the side. And as you guys can see, that's what I'm doing. I'm starting off with my beard trimmers, and yeah, so we're just going and creating a line. I'm gonna follow it up with my other trimmers that are a little bit sharper, and it'll give me that real sharp line that I'm looking for. You know, my hair toward the middle of my hairline, it's very soft, like it doesn't fully go down, and because of that, most barbers, like if they don't know what they're doing, they're gonna push that back just to give me a sharp line. But it doesn't even bother me because my hair goes over anyway, like it goes down anyway, so it's not like really a big deal to me. So I don't even do that, you know. I do it, like I line it, but you know, it's very light in that area, so I don't go higher. You know, some people might, but I will not do that to mine. I'm not gonna push myself back. As you guys can see, when I look at the camera, I look very you know, it looks very light in that middle area, and that's just because, you know, I don't have a lot of hair that grows there, not a lot of baby hairs, you know, so that's kind of why. Guys, this is the cut. I don't know if you guys can see very well. I didn't taper the back just because I figured you guys are probably not going to be able to have like a mirror and look back there, and you're not going to really get the motions of it. You know, you're probably not even going to be able to do the motions for here. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to complicate it too much. I'm going to try to make it as simple as I can. I did do a little bit of work back there. It was just kind of hard to record, so I didn't end up recording it. But yeah, if you ever want to do anything to the back, I would suggest not doing really a fade, maybe just doing it from a dark color to just trying to put it from the top. So I would probably say go with the 2 and go a little bit well, it depends on how long your hair is, but if it's anything like mine where it's kind of long,
you're most likely gonna want to go to a 4 open and then go and like make sure you flick out a lot if you have any, like I said, anything like me. But if you have pretty much short hair, you're gonna want to do it with a lower guard, but you're gonna have to understand what hair or how long your hair is, so what guard to use. So if your hair is like this, it's probably gonna be like a 3. It's probably gonna be a 3. So like I said, you guys just need to understand how long your hair is, because we all have different hair. So I'm gonna check it out just to see if I need to detail it a little bit. I do believe so, but you know, here's the hairline, this and all that. Yeah, that's the cut, man. Now I'm gonna have to edit all this. This is gonna be a long video, but I'm gonna try to make it as entertaining as possible. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe. It's Too Bling. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. Peace.